whatever feels best for you. You can come into Sukhasana, which is like crisscross applesauce. Your knees can be to the side. You can take a half lotus. Really, whatever feels best for your body today, meet yourself there. We'll scoop the glutes out to the sides, take a little wiggle or rock. Maybe dropping your head back and forth a few times. Or dropping your chin down to your chest. Checking in with your body. Noticing where you're at today. And then as you enter into center or into stillness, begin to notice where your breath is at. Maybe you take a couple shoulder rolls, letting them soften away from your ears. Gradually begin to deepen your natural breath, inviting each inhale in with a sense of gratitude, letting each exhale release any tension, anything you might be holding on to today. Your rib cage begins to expand with every inhale. Maybe those inhales even come up and fill your shoulders or your neck all the way to your head. That big releasing exhale brings softness to all those spaces. We're going to invite the left hand to your navel, right hand to your heart. Begin to guide these big, deep inhales towards your belly. Let them rise up towards your heart. And as you exhale, compressing the air from the chest and then the belly, let it out. Continuing this rhythmic pattern on your own, with your own breath. This is your yogic breath or your diaphragmic breath. Allow it to guide you throughout your practice today, in and out of your nose. On your next exhale, we're letting our hands fall down to our knees. Inhale, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling as your shoulders rise. Exhaling as they fall away. Last time. As those shoulders soften away from your ears, let your left ear fall over to your left shoulder. Find a gentle nod if that feels good. And then let your chin drop down to your chest. Maybe you find little half circles here. Before your right ear floats to your right shoulder. You find a nod on this side. Inhaling and opening your face towards the sky. Little half circles massaging the front of your throat. And then left ear will come back to left shoulder. Continue through your neck circles at your own time and pace. much movement in breath. Inhale as your throat opens, and exhale as it closes. One more circle in this direction, and then begin to reverse the direction. Inviting this movement in towards your shoulders, gently letting them drop from side to side. Inviting the movement even further down into your heart space, into the space between your shoulder blades, creating this circular motion or wave-like motion as this movement travels even further down your body and towards your rib cage, your mid-back, your belly, and eventually letting this fluid movement come into full body circles as you begin to hinge at your hips and then rise, moving freely, inhaling to rise and exhaling to fold. One more circle in this direction, and then reverse directions. One more, and then you'll fold forward, Sukhasana fold. Shoulders melt towards the ground, hinging at your hips. Always option to bend the elbows, bring your hands to your face, and hold and support yourself here. Meeting your body wherever it's at. Maybe you're in a full fold. Maybe you just meet yourself here. We're different every day. Take a couple more breaths here. One more breath cycle. And on your next inhale, begin to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae into your seat. Let your shoulders come up, back, and down. Palms are coming down behind your hips. Fingers splay wide, open, and shine your heart forward, supporting your head and neck with the rest of your spine. Drawing your shoulder blades together. Breathing into that space where your heart lives. Maybe you inhale and roll up onto your knees. Totally optional. Meeting your body where you are at today. Opening through our front body. One more breath. Exhale and allow yourself to come back down through center. We're going to bring our hands all the way forward, tucking the knees and rolling into tabletop position. Finding tabletop, wrists and shoulders in line, knees and hips in line. Let's tip our pelvis forward. Inhale as you open your belly, your heart, your gaze for cow. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, the pelvis, round the spine, chin draws to chest. Cat. Inhale for cow, surrendering your front body to the ground. And exhale, round the back body to the sky, cat. Inhale and continue this at your own time and breath. Beginning to include any sort of fluid movement that might feel good here. If you want to take body circles or shoulder circles, maybe a roll forward and back. Allow yourself to take up space on your mat. One more breath cycle here. And then we are going to send our knees wide, big toes to touch behind. Exhale as you find Balasana or child's pose. Big exhale, walk the fingers long, melt the heart forward, soften the forehead or the chin towards the mat. Maybe you rock your forehead back and forth on the mat, massaging that space between your brows. Maybe you rock your hips back and forth, welcoming yourself into this posture, surrendering front body towards the ground. You've got this. One more breath cycle here. And on your next inhale, we're coming into seal. Spread your fingers nice and wide, active hands as we inhale and ripple forward. Shins come parallel with the knees and in line with the long sides of your mat. Drop the hips. Push actively through your palms and your fingers to open your heart forward. Sometimes it's really easy to let the shoulders come forward. See if you can draw those shoulders together behind your back, like you're creating a long line along your collarbones. One more breath here. And then exhaling, let's take those toes together, bend the knees. Big exhale out the mouth, find Balasana. One more breath cycle here. We're going to enter into seal one more time. Inhaling to ripple forward. Option this time, bring the heels up with you as you drop the hips and roll the shoulders away from the ears. Actively using the hands to push the ground away. A little bend in the elbows. Big exhale. Maybe you take a little wiggle or rock. Maybe you find stillness. We're here for one more breath. And on your next inhale, allow yourself to ripple forward. Knees draw underneath your hips. Hands draw underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Begin to hinge forward and back. Opening the bottoms of the feet. Maybe you rock side to side. And then the next time your glutes come towards your heels, push into the balls of your feet as well as your hands. You're coming into your downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels. Maybe you rock your hips. Allowing yourself into down dog with grace and with gentleness. It's always okay to bend the knees. It's okay for the heels to be up. We're finding length from our crown of our head to our tailbone. Maybe you even rock your head back and forth between your biceps. Begin to find stillness with the feet. One more breath. And then exhale, bend the knees deeply, gaze towards the hands, and then take a big step forward with either foot. Feet come just outside of the hips. Big exhale, hinge forward into ragdoll. Let the crown of your head hang heavy towards the mat. Go ahead and grab at your elbows. Maybe rock side to side. One more breath cycle here. Your next exhale, let your hands rest heavy to the ground. And inhale, slowly roll vertebrae by vertebrae to Tadasana. Shoulders are the last thing to rise. I hope you can still see me in frame. I will be getting down in just a second. If you can't, palms face forward. Spread your toes nice and wide. We're going to heel toe our feet just outside of our hips. I want your feet to come out at a 45-degree angle. External rotation of the inner thigh. On your next inhale, sweep the hands high. And exhale, forward fold, hinging at your hips. Meeting yourself wherever you're at here. Maybe you take stillness, maybe a subtle sway. And then inhale, half lift. We're gonna come into our first Malasana squat. Exhale, let your knees point towards your toes as you drop your glutes. If this feels really intense or painful, you can always bring a chair behind you or a little seat or cushion. Hands are gonna draw to heart center. I'm gonna face you so you can see what I'm doing. Hands draw to heart center, tailbone roots down, crown points up, nice and high. We're taking a few breaths here. Can you find length through the crown of your head all the way down to your tailbone? One more breath. And then we exhale, plant our hands down. Inhale, sweep the glutes high. Railroad track the feet, meaning the feet now point forward. Big exhale as you forward fold. Releasing here. We are going to come into another Malasana squat. Inhale, find a half lift. That means flat back. Spine is in one long line. And then exhale, point those toes out at a 45-degree angle. Bend the knees, let the hands draw down into heart center, hip, knee mobility here. Again, meeting yourself wherever you are at. Maybe you're here, maybe your heels are up. That is okay. All of our bodies are different. And what might be okay one day doesn't always feel great the next day. We're here for one more breath. Exhale, let's plant our hands down. Inhale, send the glutes high, railroad track those feet. Big exhale as you forward fold. I'm gonna face towards the front of the mat again. You stay right where you're at. On our next inhale, halfway lift, plant the hands down. And then take a step back with both your feet. You're going to be in a high plank. Hold this here for a moment. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Paddle out your heels. Adjust in any way you might need. Find length from crown to tail. And then inhale, left leg is going to come high towards the sky. Take an ankle circle. Exhale, left knee draws to left glute. Let's stack those hips. Can you keep your shoulders squared forward? It's okay if you open your heart a little bit. Meet your body where it's at. We're taking one more breath here in this scorpion. And then exhale, three-legged dog. Taking a moment before exhaling and drawing left knee towards your left tricep. Roll onto your right toes. And then plant the left foot down outside of the left hand. Drop the right knee, untuck the toes. You're in lizard lunge. Little rock at the hips. One more breath cycle. Keeping that knee in tight towards your rib cage, towards your tricep. Go ahead and tuck your right toe, extend your right leg. We're gonna heel toe, or we're gonna rock back and, just kidding. What am I saying? We're gonna bring our left foot back to meet its partner behind in a high plank. Actively push the ground away with those palms. Create space between your shoulder blades. Lift that left leg and then send it back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Paddling out your heels or just entering into stillness. Inhale, right leg comes high. Maybe you take an ankle circle. Exhale, three-legged dog. Stack the hips. Open the hips. Keep the shoulders square. Can you keep equal weight in both of your hands? This is scorpion pose. Inhale, extend that right leg. And then exhale, right knee is going to come towards your right tricep. And then plant that foot down. Drop the left knee, untuck the toes, take a little wiggle at the hips. Taking a moment, any pressure that might be building in the wrists. Two options, either send the fingers a little wider or come into gorilla fists. We're here for a couple more breaths. Wherever you're at, you're planting your hands back down. We're tucking our left toe, extending the left leg, and then pushing into our hands. Create space between the shoulders, some strength there, as you lift your right foot and bring it back to meet its partner, and then enter into downward facing dog. Let's pedal out our heels. One more breath here, and then finding stillness. Inhale, sweep the left leg up high towards the sky. Exhale for scorpion, opening the hips. Option this time to take some hip circles. Drawing a big circle with that knee in front of you. Keeping those shoulders nice and square. I find myself opening them sometimes. That's okay, meet your body where it's at. More traditionally, it's gonna have shoulders square. One more breath. And then you're sending your left leg long. Exhale, bring your left knee into the center of your chest. Hold for a second, and then let your shin come down to the mat. We're coming into pigeon pose. So your shin is coming, the cues often comes parallel with the top of your mat, but really my shin's never parallel with the top of my mat. It's okay for it to be at an angle, but make sure that your hips are pointing forward. If you had headlights on your hips and your mat was a road, are you driving straight? Check in, find some length through your spine. And then on an exhale, allow yourself to begin to hinge forward. Maybe you come onto your forearms. Maybe your elbows come down and you support your head. Maybe you come all the way into sleeping swan, sending your arms long, softening the shoulders. Just meet your body wherever it's at here. Find what's comfortable for you. We're here for a few more breaths. Surrendering the hips towards the ground. You've got this for about one more breath. And on your next inhale, slowly begin to rediscover your hands. You'll find length all the way through the spine, and then plant the palms down. Active shoulders, active palms, active arms. Let's tuck our right toe, extend the right leg, lift the left, and send it long for a three-legged dog. And then bring that left knee down, left foot down for your downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels. We're gonna find that on the other side. Inhale, sweep the right leg high towards the sky. Maybe an ankle circle. And then right heel draws to your right glute. Option to stay here. Option, begin to find some hip circles. Drawing a big circle with your right knee in the air.
One more. And then we're gonna meet with that right leg nice and long. Exhale, right knee draws in towards your chest. Take a moment. And then that shin comes down to the mat. Extend the left leg. Find length through your spine. Check in with your hips. If you need to put something underneath your right glute for some support, feel free. And then on a nice big exhale, begin to soften towards the ground. Maybe you come to those forearms. Make a nest with your hands for your head or send the hands long. Meeting your body wherever it's at. You're here for a couple more breaths. And this is where we're going to end class. When you're ready, coming out, finding a Shavasana. Thank you for practicing with me today.